My name is Black Feniks, owner of Hog On Welding LLC, and I wanted to take a quick moment to talk to you about the science of welding because I know a lot of my followers and a lot of new and upcoming welders, a lot of the millennials don't really know about the science, and I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis of the science of welding. That way you will know once you get into the field, because certain things will help you do your job better, faster, easier, and less of a headache. And one thing that I wrote down, which was the first thing, was why is welding used? Welding is used to connect two pieces of metal and to actually make that connection stronger than it would have been from it being broke or disconnected, or if it's a piece that is being connected for a part, it'll make that wherever it's connected stronger than the existing metal. And it's used to form things together quickly and keep things together whole, like doing the military. They use them on the ships and boats, and they use them on the bomb trucks, and just plenty different things. And when it comes to the economy, we use them in shops. We use them inside of production companies. Welding is used inside of automobile companies, manufacturing shops. So, welding is a wide variety tool that is used to do a lot of things. So, I wanted to let you know that. So that way you have more understanding on it. And number two is, why do you use different rods and sizes? Using different rods and sizes will help you know the difference from, say, if you got a real thick piece of metal and you are stacking beads, you might want to go with a bigger rod size. You might burn a 5/32 rod instead of a 3/32 rod, because a 3/32 rod is only going to deposit a small amount of metal. Now you got this 5/32 rod. It has to be a little hotter, but it can deposit more metal to help you do that faster. Or sometimes it requires you to use a certain rod. That way the metal don't get too hot, because if the metal get too hot, it can cause the outside of the metal where you just weld it to be brittle and weak. And that also can have you fail a test. It can, not be safe on a job if you got too much heat on something and then it get to wobbling and then it cracks on the top. You see what I'm saying? Because that can happen. So a lot of inspectors look at things like that. So that's just something to look out for. And all these things that I'm telling you, you can be able to Google this and get more information. Like I say, I'm just rubbing the surface, giving you a good idea. That way you have some type of knowledge of this. Number three, shop welding. Shop welding is a big thing because everybody make things from furniture, from car parts, from awnings, carports, man, you name it. Commercial work, the metal inside the commercial buildings. You got elevator shafts. You got support brackets. Man, you got handrails. You got, man, it's miscellaneous steel. You got erection. It goes on and on and on. And they build these things inside of a shop. So if you like shop welding, and this is my shop welding hood. When I'm shop welding, this is the hood I use, because you see I can have this on. I just have my welding hat on normally, and I like to fabricate with this one. It's light. I can change the shades, and the inside, it actually goes from, I think, 8 to 14. So I can be able 8 to a 13 or 14. So I can be able to change it up even when I'm grinding, and I can be able to utilize it. So it's good to have a field hood and a shop hood, and your field hood needs to just connect to your hard hat. That way you can have 100% PPE at all times. A majority of outside job sites and the job sites, commercial job sites and industrial job sites, will require you to have PPE. Now, when you're working on certain homes and commercial, it's a little lenient. It depends on who's running the job and what you're doing. If it's a remodel or it's a full new construction, it's just different rules. So that's just something good to know. And you got field welding. Now, myself, I like field welding, but I like field welding and shop welding. I like to do both, because majority of the time you find people that can do shop welding that get in the field and they'll complain about an 1/8 inch gap or a 1/2 inch gap, and they don't know how to think outside of the box or troubleshoot or fix something that's already existing that got brung out from the field. So I'm good at doing both. I enjoy doing both, but I enjoy being outside. So I'm an outside person. I like the sun. I like being out there. So some people don't like the elements, to each his own. But Field welding is a big asset because you always have to repair parts, repair piping, repair structural damage, repair equipment that that people have to keep going to make money. So there's a lot of things in the field that you would do welding that's like a lot. Like the list can goes on, and it goes from stainless and aluminum and carbon steel. So you can do all of these in the field. You just have to be sheltered when you're using certain gas. You know what